Good nutrition is the key to a healthy lifestyle. It is food that provides us energy for all the physical and mental activities occurring in our body. In the process of providing nutrition, food makes its way through one of the most diverse and complex systems present in the human body. It is the digestive system through which food passes during its processing into an absorbable form. The human digestive system consists of an alimentary canal which extends from the mouth to the anus. We eat different types of foods. Have you ever thought, how does our digestive system digest so many types of food items? Let us discuss in detail. The organs of the digestive system are divided into multiple chambers or parts on the basis of their specialized functions. In order to form small particles of the same texture, food has to be processed before the initiation of digestion. This function is performed by the teeth. Teeth are the organs of mastication. Teeth cut, tear and grind the food in the mouth and mix it thoroughly with saliva secreted by the salivary glands. Mucus in saliva lubricates and adheres food particles together. Saliva contains the enzyme salivary amylase that breaks down starch, which is a complex carbohydrate, to give sugar. From the mouth, the food passes into the pharynx and then into the esophagus by swallowing. A series of wave-like muscle contractions called peristalsis pushes the food forward in the digestive tract. From the esophagus, food enters the stomach. The walls of stomach have gastric glands which secrete a protein-digesting enzyme, pepsin, hydrochloric acid and mucus. The hydrochloric acid creates an acidic medium and activates the enzyme pepsin, which when activated starts the digestion of protein in the stomach. The hydrochloric acid also sterilizes the food, thus killing bacteria and other microorganisms. Mucus protects the walls of stomach from being damaged by the action of strong hydrochloric acid. From the stomach, food enters into small intestine. The exit of food from the stomach is regulated by a pyloric sphincter, which controls the flow of partially digested food. Small intestine is a coiled tube and is approximately 7 meters long. It is the longest part of the alimentary canal. A question may come to your mind that what is the use of this extensive coiling? The extensive coiling ensures its accommodation in a compact space. The length of small intestine depends upon the food the animals eat. The small intestine of herbivorous animals is usually much longer than that of carnivorous animals. It is because cellulose content in the food of herbivores takes a long time to be digested. 90% of the digestion and absorption of food occurs in the small intestine. It is the site of complete digestion of proteins, fats and carbohydrates. It receives the secretions from 3 sources: liver, pancreas and the intestinal glands. Pancreatic enzymes act on the alkaline food, but food coming from the stomach is acidic in nature. Bile juice secreted from the liver mixes with the food and makes it alkaline. Bile converts fat globules into fat droplets through a process known as emulsification. The pancreas secretes pancreatic juice, which contains enzymes that work in tandem with bile to help break down substances for proper digestion. Pancreatic enzymes include lipase, which acts on fats, and trypsin, which digests proteins. Inner lining of small intestine contains glands which secrete the intestinal juice consisting of amylase, trypsin, and lipase enzymes. Amylase acts on starch which remains undigested by the salivary amylase and converts it into maltose. Trypsin converts protein into peptides, while lipase converts fats into fatty acids and glycerol. In the small intestine, peptides are further converted into amino acids by the action of peptidases, and maltose is broken down into glucose by maltase. Various nutrients like carbohydrates and proteins are absorbed by the walls of the small intestine. In order to increase the inner surface area for absorption of the digested food, inner lining of small intestine contains a large number of tiny finger-like projections called villi. Each villus has a network of thin and small blood vessels close to its surface, which take the absorbed food to each and every cell of the body. In the large intestine, absorption of water and minerals takes place. The undigested and unabsorbed substances are passed on to the large intestine. In the large intestine, absorption of water and minerals takes place. The undigested and unabsorbed substances are removed through the anus. Anal sphincter controls the exit of waste material from the anus. It is the digestive system which provides the body with essential nutrients to keep our cells functioning and to eliminate the undigested and unabsorbed substances.